Well, I'm delighted today to be speaking to Geralda Kral at Zumthaus Zurmiesen in Zurich. Welcome, Geralda.
Thank you very much for having me, David.
So we're about to do a panel event this afternoon, bringing together a number of key parties from Vontobel, from Advantage Insurance and Sophos. Perhaps tell us a little bit about the event we're going to do this afternoon.
Well, one of the objectives of the event was to not just have a normal seminar where people come and listen and where there's no interaction, right? So how we have designed today's event is more like an interactive workshop. So there will be a general introduction done by Advantage, Sophos and Vontobel about the purposes of insurance, but also other insurance-related solutions such as captives. For those who work with insurances and with captives, it's not a complicated matter, but I think for novice people, the first time when you start working with insurance, or if you need to speak about insurance of captives with your clients, can be quite challenging for us fiduciaries. And so what we wanted to do today is give people the opportunity to work in group settings. So we will work in a panel, in a workshop setting, where we will look at certain case studies, allowing people to take a deep dive with experts. So I think Vontobel has a team of 4 people present here today. Advantage flew in, I think, 4 people as well. Sophos, it's myself, Jorge and Alejandro, who are here today, and we hope that we can have an interactive session with different people. And I've seen that different people are coming today. We have bankers, trustees, we've got people from other life insurance companies. So I hope that the result from today is basically that everybody has learned something, that the concept of life insurance and various types of life insurance is not anymore something that sounds complex, but something
Because collaboration
doable.
is key, isn't it? Because sometimes on the legal and tax side, professionals might be familiar with corporate vehicles or trusts, foundations, but actually working out where life insurance and captives might fit into an international solution is about education, isn't it, and discussion?
It's about education. It's also about who to go to when you have a client who says, I think I should have life insurance, or I have life insurance in my home country, but could I use life insurance maybe to resolve other issues that I have? And I think if you're not used to speaking to your clients about life insurance, it can be quite challenging. I think most of our families and entrepreneurs, they use some sort of a life insurance or they have insurance for the businesses or themselves. But to use it in an international setting, that might be challenging.
So captive solutions are quite sophisticated for private clients. So is it more in the sort of family office, ultra high net worth space that they really come into their own, or when do people think about broaching captive solutions with their private clients?
Well, I think definitely if you see in the ultra high net worth segment, especially dealing with families from particular jurisdictions, these families tend to have their own businesses. So they are already insured, and they often reside in countries where you have a high risk, political risk, economical risk, social risk. So these families are most likely already insured. The interesting part about captives is educating these families that at times when they cannot find the right insurance solution for them locally, that there's the opportunity to create captives, which allows them to insure certain risks that otherwise they will not be able to insure locally. Now, what is interesting about our collaboration today, David, if you can see, so we have Advantage, this is an insurance company. We have Sophos Advisors, the insurance broker, and we have Vontobel, a private bank which has a desk specialized in supporting their clients with insurance solutions. So one of the things that we are trying to achieve by having this composition of panelists today and speakers is to show how the 3 different parties interact with each other, and when a client should interact with one of them, and ultimately also with specialists such as ourselves, fiduciaries, trustees. In the end, it revolves and it relies, it's a combination of an effort of all of us to guide the client in the right direction and to the right solution.
Because often in the fiduciary sector, if there was insurance wrappers holding portfolios of investments, often, or historically, people might have seen that as either or. You don't need both type of structure,
not
but actually,
anymore.
the conversations evolved such that there's plenty of fruitful conversations, isn't there,
Yes.
involving both solutions in the right circumstance.
What we see is an increased use and combination of insurance solutions with trust, whereby the insurance solution resolves certain problems that families have, and the trust deals with other spectrums that families are trying to solve, like governance, for example, or protect certain beneficiaries who are not ready to receive the payout, versus other beneficiaries who are living in different jurisdictions where the policy, a straight payout from the policy, does work for them. So as families become more global, and where you have situations where beneficiaries are in different jurisdictions, we need to resolve to combining life insurance and trust solutions together, trying to tailor make it in order to meet their objectives.
And historically, you've worked a lot with clients in Latin America, but are you seeing now an increasing application for other geographies, like in the Middle East, where there's a lot of wealth creation and succession planning, or further east? Where do you see as good markets around the world to expand some of these ideas in?
I think, Latin America, don't forget that a lot of the Latin American families are now moving into the third and fourth generation. And those generations don't reside in Latin America anymore. So what we see a lot is maybe families with Latin American roots, but they're living in the UK, they're living here, they live in France. So that's quite interesting. On the other side, what we see a lot is indeed a lot of families from the Middle East, India. I think Indian families have also become more global over the years. A little bit of everything. That's important.
But one of your key messages for today is to reach out for more information. So if people watch this little conversation between us, they should reach out to you, and you can have a more expansive discussion about their clients and how you can find the right solutions.
Absolutely. Today's objective is to show how life insurance solutions, not just insurance wrappers or PPLIs, but that there are other type of insurances out there that can really resolve some of the asset protection and governance solutions that our families are seeking, and how we can combine this together, and ultimately who to speak to. If it's not with us, who should you approach when you have a family that is indicating that they require this solution?
Fantastic. Well, look, Geralda, great to talk to you today, and look forward to welcoming our guests very shortly.
Looking forward.
The latest technical content delivered through global conversations with professionals for professionals.